Good morning, everybody. It's vlog number 2 officially starting now. This vlog is all about what can I change? So that got me thinking, what can I change in my community? But before I can get to that, it's time for some lunch. I'm not gonna lie, it is freezing cold outside. You know, for me, freezing is like 35 degrees. I'm sure the rest of America is probably like 35 degrees. Give me a break. So getting back from what I was talking about earlier, being cold outside kind of like influences how I'm feeling right now. So the one thing that's been on my heart lately, especially now that it's cold outside, is the homeless population here in Vancouver. You know, the homeless people don't have a place to go home. They don't have a place to sleep necessarily. They're on the streets. They don't have any food. You know, and like, I know this isn't, you know, this is kind of a national problem, and there's a lot of, you know, homeless, and there's a question, are they really homeless, or should they be homeless, or they could do something to help themselves out? And that's simply just not true all the time. You know, I recently came out of a downswing. You know, I was personally, you know, I had a company. My company, you know, was doing fairly well, and all of a sudden it stopped doing well, and one thing led to another, and now I'm not doing that business anymore. I also lost some investments, and, you know, life was really sucking for a while. But in that downswing, I was able to reflect and have some perspective on the situation, and I realized that, like, I am truly blessed. You know, I'm not poor or broke. You know, I have resources. You know, we have a place to live. I have food. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. But for people in this city, that is a real concern. So to really go into more detail as to why the homeless community specifically is on my heart, I want to take you to another place. So I want to take you somewhere else. So let's go ahead and get out of here, okay? So I'm actually at one of my favorite breweries here locally called Heathen Brewery, and just to kind of like finish up what I was talking about when I was in the car, you know, I realized that I was chasing, you know, a success that I thought I wanted, ultimately a success that I thought I needed to build a company and wealth and have all this fame and glamour, I can't even speak. You know, but then when I came down to it, I realized that I was chasing a stupid dream that I thought I needed, but I realized that I wasn't making me happy. I spent a lot of time with my family, friends, building something for me, and I wasn't doing a thing for others. So don't get me wrong, you know, I do want to have financial success, but success in the fact that I was doing nothing for others, that's what I felt like was really bogging me down. Simply put, I don't need more money, I don't need more possessions. However, I do need a beer. Let's go ahead and get that. Just finished drinking a beer at my favorite brewery, or one of my favorite breweries, Heathen. I find the most joy when I'm giving back to people in the community. You know, when I'm serving myself, I am super depressed about it. You know, yeah, it's fun to get things every so often, but when it boils down to it, I'm serving myself, not somebody else. So the one thing too is that, like, I'm tired of just listening and thinking about, oh, I should do this, I might do this, I wish I could do this. Vlogging gives me a chance to just execute. I don't get an excuse or a pass to not do something. When I say I'm doing something and I'm putting it out in the public, this is an opportunity for me to actually execute on what I'm doing. Vlogging holds me accountable. This is my starting point. This is where I change my city. Obviously, that's a very small portion of my city. It's much bigger than that, but it's time to rock and roll. So now that it's raining, I'm gonna be in my car because it's pouring down way too much at this point. So in closing, I really just want to encourage you, do what you can't. Do what you can't. You only have one life. I only have one life. This is my opportunity to make a difference in my city. So you know what? With that said, on to vlog 3. Boom.